the Chief Development Officer, and she is Mrs. Letty Azar. Did I get that right?
You did.
I can't get it out. I was thinking about it. We had talked about it this morning. Azar. Gotcha. Good morning.
Good
How
morning,
are you?
Collette.
It's a pleasure to have you here with us this morning.
Thank you, and thanks for the invitation. Thank you for the very generous introduction.
I was like, oh no, it's okay. I could go on and on, but
Okay.
but I figured let our wonderful audience get a chance to talk with you and then talk about the wonderful program and just what you want to share today. This is our empowerment. We like to, what you probably didn't know, is I do a segment where it's an empowerment piece, whether it's an entrepreneur, it's a program that's making a difference, something that creates an engagement tool for our listeners to say, here's a resource. And DAAA is definitely a resource, and the phenomenal program that we're going to talk about momentarily is definitely a program that the community needs to know about.
So it works out quite well.
Okay.
Because education, empowerment, and enlightenment really are the main tenets of our health and wellness programming.
Wonderful.
And one of our main programs is our diabetes empowerment program. So how well does this fit this morning?
See how it fits? That synergy, it's important.
Yeah.
Yes.
So yes, I'm with the Detroit Area Agency on Aging.
Yes.
And we provide home and community-based services for seniors in Detroit, Highland Park, Hamtramck, and
Yes.
Harper Woods, and each of the 5 Grosse Pointe. So Detroit and Eastern Wayne County.
Yes.
The agency is 35 years old. Last year we touched just short of 60,000 seniors and adult disabled in this area. Yeah.
Huge.
It is huge.
And we always need support, right? 60,000 because you have awesome initiatives. We'll talk about that a little later.
We will.
Feeding. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah,
I'll
we
stay on
will.
track. I'll stay on track.
We'll talk about
Okay.
the engagement opportunities
Yes.
of the agency, and there are plenty.
Okay.
And we welcome any support that we can. But you know, oftentimes our agency's been known for its programs of last resort, so to speak, which are very valuable in keeping
Okay.
seniors home and independent as long as possible. And
Yes.
That's our meals, our home delivered meals on
Absolutely.
Wheels
Meals on
program.
Wheels.
Most
Yes.
people- Yep, that's how most people know the
Yes.
agency. And then we have our My Choice Waiver program, which is a program that puts supports and services in play into the home
Okay.
for individuals who would otherwise qualify for nursing home care, financially and clinically.
Okay.
So again, a program of last resort.
Yes.
Both very valuable, but what we're finding is that's when we're meeting too many people for the first time. There's so many other opportunities we have to empower, to
Yes.
enlighten, whether it's that individual or a loved one, their
Yes.
caregiver who lives with them or supports them. And so we're really focusing on the development of our health and wellness program right
Okay.
now. So I wanted to speak with you today about a couple of opportunities we have coming up to support our seniors within
Yes.
the PSA. One, the most immediate would be our Senior Project Fresh.
Okay. Did you all get that?
Senior
That's
Project
kind of
Fresh.
hot. Senior Project Fresh. FRESH.
Correct.
Okay, here we go. Let's talk about that.
So it's for persons residing in Wayne County,
Okay.
60 years and older,
Okay.
185% at or below the current poverty level. So this is for your lowest income seniors, but it helps create access to fresh, whole foods, right? Which so often our seniors don't have the
Get
ability.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we have some monies for transportation this year. So when seniors are awarded these coupon booklets, and they're
Okay.
$20 coupon booklets to use at local farmers markets
Okay.
with locally grown produce, right?
Nice.
So we're supporting local business as well.
Yes.
We are able to provide transportation to get to those farmers markets.
Okay,
So
wait a minute. Stay right there. Stay right there. Let me start. Wait.
So
Are we getting this?
Wheels.
Food, funding, and transport and fuel. I should say those are
Yeah.
the 3 F's. Food, funding, and fuel. So
You got it.
transportation to get our seniors to the actual store.
That's right.
Wow.
Yep.
And we get a free coupon booklet.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Keep up. Did you get that? Okay. That's
so
important.
this week
This week.
at the Robert Blackwell Municipal Building
Okay.
at 12050.
That's right. 12050 Woodward.
Woodward Avenue.
Absolutely.
From 10 a.m. to 12,
Okay.
we'll have 75 booklets
75 booklets.
Yeah.
That's this week. This Friday.
this Friday.
This Friday
At
at
the
the
Robert
Robert Blackwell
Municipal
Municipal Center.
Building.
That's
You got
right,
it.
in Highland Park.
Correct.
Okay, everyone, did you all get that? This Friday, Robert Blackwell Municipal Center, that's our municipal hall in Highland Park on Woodward, from
10 to 12.
10 to 12,
You
everyone.
do need to bring photo ID,
Okay,
evidence that you're 60 or older, reside within the county,
okay.
and then there's an application to be completed regarding income.
Wow. And so they get a booklet.
Yeah.
Awesome.
$20 booklet again for access to local farmer markets.
Okay.
So, and we'll be arranging some opportunities, not on Friday itself, but we'll
Okay.
be arranging other opportunities for transportation to some of those markets around town. And there are a lot popping up. You know, everyone when they hear
Yes.
farmers markets traditionally is only have only thought of Eastern Market, but there's so many little neighborhood farmers markets that are starting to pop up, which is great because again, on the access to the point of access, there's more opportunity for seniors to utilize those books quickly and in their neighborhood.
Yes. Now, question. So then they're able to engage you. So you'll get their contact information, and then that's that first point of engagement.
Exactly.
Okay.
So this, back to the point of early engagement, meeting too many people once they're homebound, and not that our programs aren't excellent for homebound seniors, but we want to get in front of some of the chronic disease issues that we see in our community. And I want to share with you a program we have that was generously funded by Ford Motor Company. It's called our Friends of Detroit Meals on Wheels program.
Friends of Detroit Meals on Wheels. Gotcha. Yes.
And this was designed for individuals who weren't considered priority cases by federal guidelines.
Yes.
Right? So they're on our wait list.
Yes.
And they were hovering on the wait list. They weren't over 90 years of age, weren't living alone, but they were in need of a warm home delivered meal.
Right.
So Ford generously funded a volunteer-operated Friends of Detroit Meals on Wheels program, and we surveyed of those individuals. It's in zip code 48235, which really, from an economic perspective, is a very balanced zip code within the city, right? And to our surprise, 100% of the participants in the survey had one or more chronic disease conditions. Over 30% were diabetic.
Makes sense. Absolutely. I mean, if you just look at the historical component of right, the service area, yes.
And just over 30% of them reported not having enough food or money for one or more meals a day in their home. So these are not priority cases. These are not the lowest income. This is kind of our average senior, right, within the PSA. So those are pretty frightening statistics, even for us.
Yes.
And so, again, that was a big part of our push with health and wellness. We're just now coming into contact with these individuals by way of this program.
Right.
So I want to speak with you today about, and your viewers, our Diabetes Path program, which is very exciting, and our Manner of Balance program.
Yes.
Falls with the elderly are just, it's a leading cause of injury, oftentimes resulting in death.
Yes.
1 in 3 adults will experience a fall. And oftentimes with our seniors, they're very reluctant to share that they've had a fall. They fear that children or loved ones are going to want to move out of their home.
Absolutely.
And instead of addressing some of the fall's risks, either with themselves or the environment that they live in, they'll keep it to themselves. So this is an opportunity for caregivers and individuals to get in front of some of the fall risks in their home and in their life. Address some of the clinical conditions and environmental conditions.
Okay.
So we received generously $400,000 in funding from the Michigan Health Endowment Fund this year, which was very exciting.
$400,000.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So $400,000 over 2 years to conduct workshops, lay-led workshops, which means you can be a leader, I can be a leader, your neighbor can be a leader. We go through a short training.
Yes.
And the idea was to empower the community, to educate the community to either support its seniors or to support the seniors within the community themselves. Not to have to go to a hospital for care and education and support, right?
Right.
So we're pushing these programs into the community, many of them right here in Highland Park. We're working with adult well-being services.
Yes, adult well-being.
And we'll also have some workshops coming up at the municipal building as well.
Okay.
So the Manner of Balance workshops, we'll conduct 20 this year, and then we have another 20 scheduled for 2016. There's a maximum of 16 participants.
Okay. Per workshop?
Per workshop.
Okay.
Yep. And they're 2-hour workshops over an 8-week time frame.
Nice.
So the at-risk individual, if you will, and a loved one can attend. And you do a home safety evaluation. You evaluate medications that you're on. We also try to rule out any clinical conditions.
Okay.
So you don't need a physician order, but we do like to see that there's physician engagement in referring someone. So the physician can say, we've safely ruled out an inner ear infection. We safely ruled out any neural issues that might be, happening. And then in fact, this is to empower, educate, and enlighten our seniors and their caregivers as to what those risk factors are in their home.
Yes.
So I know it's exciting. It's free.
It is okay. Look now, if you didn't ever engage in anything, free. Help free community support.
I know. Doesn't get any easier than that.
It doesn't get any easier than that. So now, ways to contact the agency.
Yep.
And
so we can be reached area code 313.
Okay, 313.
446.
446.
4444.
4444. Did you get that? 313. 446. 4444. 4444. Okay, so that's just
There's only 1 6 in the mix.
That's right there. That's a good way to do. That's kind of catchy. 1 6 in the mix. Did y'all get that? So they can call us the direct line for Detroit Area Agency on Aging.
You got
and
it.
then they can ask
They can
about
inquire about our healthy aging classes.
healthy aging classes.
The one I just discussed, that workshop is our Manner of Balance workshop.
Okay, very good.
So, we can be, referrals can be made or inquiries can be made online at our website,
Okay,
which is DetroitSeniorSolution.com.
gotcha. Did you get that? DetroitSeniorSolution.com. Very good.
And so then the next workshop that I wanted to discuss is our
Yes.
Diabetes Path workshop. And this
Yes.
is really, as I mentioned, it's exciting, it's new to the service area, it's been around for a while, but again, by way of this $400,000 in funding, we can really expand our reach with it, right? So,
Absolutely, expansion was $400,000. Yes.
so we have our Diabetes Empowerment Series.
Okay.
And it's a 3-pronged approach to helping diabetics manage their disease.
Mm.
And we have our diabetes self-management training, which is one-on-one training, where we do a deeper dive into the pathology of diabetes,
Yes.
right? Help somebody understand exactly what's going on with their body,
Yes.
the clinical components to that,
Yes.
so the medication interactions that come along with that. And then we move on to DPAth, Diabetes Path, Personal Action Towards Health.
Nice.
All right,
Yes.
so kind of the 3 main
It's the
tenets
three
of that is
tenets.
empower, enlighten, and educate.
Education, absolutely.
So that focuses on the behavioral change, and that's where so many persons with any chronic illness, but especially diabetes, struggle because now someone's lectured them, right? This is
Absolutely.
what you can't do, and this is a medication you have to take,
Right.
and boom, 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 and it's all very objective. And
Very much so, yes. For
So-
better health and better you, and this is what you have
Right.
to do. But you should be doing that. Those are the things that we're engaging you to have a healthier lifestyle.
Exactly.
Right? Okay.
So then with DPAth, it helps you with those pieces when you get home and you're alone and you don't have a physician there to lecture you and you don't have your pharmacist sitting at the kitchen
Right.
table with you to make better choices.
Or your
Not-
children.
Or
if
your
I can. Or
children.
your children.
Or a spouse,
Or a
who's
spouse
maybe
that
preparing
says,
meals,
yes.
who understands now the difference
Yes.
in which fats to use and the value of not just healthy eating, but healthy choices and
Absolutely.
moderation and so on down the line. So it empowers people to make behavioral changes to help manage the disease process. Now those are 2.5-hour workshops.
Okay.
Over a 6-week time frame.
Okay.
Also lay-led.
Okay,
so
very good.
And we
So,
can
yes.
also provide training on that front. And we actually have some graduates who have started to express interest to say, this workshop made such a difference in my life. I want to give back to the community.
Yes.
You know, I have diabetic friends at church. I have
Right.
diabetic relatives. And I want to be a part of sharing and imparting this wisdom,
Yes.
that I've gleaned from Diabetes Path.
Absolutely.
So, and it's a Stanford model. It's an evidence-based model, so we can really evaluate and monitor the efficacy
Yes.
of the teachings in the class, which
Absolutely.
is really exciting.
That's always important, especially to appeal for additional funding and that we're actually making an impact and a difference.
Absolutely.
Very good.
Yeah, and you can go through as many times as you want
Oh,
too,
nice.
because it's not an insurance benefit. There's not
Right.
a limit to it. So,
Right,
and
that's
we've had
good.
one gentleman that
Great.
said, "Gosh, I learned a lot in the workshop, and it made a difference. But there are still some things I'd like to perfect. Can I come back?"
Right.
Or somebody wants to come back with a spouse or
Mhm.
whoever their caregiver is. So you're making an impact when somebody
Yes.
wants more information. They want to come
Absolutely.
back for a repeat performance.
Absolutely. I mean, that's everything.
Yeah.
I need everyone to understand. And if you have any questions, you can definitely call in now. We won't, cut that off because that engagement is important. But I just have to say, outside of the programs that you have identified today, I so appreciate the engagement that DAAA has provided throughout the community. I mean, specifically for the Senior Power Days on Belle Isle, the
Yeah.
new program, and your CEO, Mr. Bridgewater, was there. I had the pleasure of being in that experience and just understanding the value of seniors and the life components of seniors. And a young lady came up to me and she said, "Thank you for caring about seniors."
Yes.
And I just said, wow, if we're blessed to mature, we would hope that.
Yeah.
So the legacy that you lead, that's what you're doing right now in the programmatic component, to say, look, your lives matter. And if we're blessed to get older, hopefully someone will then continue that to be able to give us the service offerings that DAAA provides.
Our seniors are one of our most valuable resources on many levels, not just socially and the interaction, of course,
Right.
from multi-generational environments and communities, but even mature entrepreneurs, persons 50 and older starting their own businesses. Those businesses are known to have a stronger economic impact. They deliver greater value to the communities
Yes.
they serve. They create more jobs to the communities they serve.
Yes.
If we can keep people healthy earlier on and engaged and living life to their fullest potential,
Yes.
which is our agency's mission,
Yes.
then we certainly are helping to develop and maintain a great resource. So I do value our seniors. I love our seniors. Obviously,
Yes.
that's I think that comes along with the job. But the summer is exciting. We have Senior Power Days.
Yes.
Yesterday we had our City of Detroit Senior Friendship Day. We had almost 3,000 seniors at Shane Park.
Absolutely. Yeah, I was out there. Hey.
It was outstanding. It was
That's
great.
right. That's
We were
right.
blessed with great weather. again,
Awesome
too,
weather.
so.
Absolutely. I mean, I'm filled. I'm so appreciative of everything that you were able to speak about today. Everything that the organization is working to provide. I mean, and just some cutting edge things. We're not talking about some traditional
Yeah.
services. I mean, we all need traditional services. That's important. But to meet you where you are with just eating options, that's huge. I mean, our seniors, I'm sure some of them would tell you, we used to grow vegetables
Yeah.
and things in gardens growing up, or we grew up on farms.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's how my family grew up. I mean, on a farm in Arkansas.
Yep.
So those are things that I guess perhaps we could have taken for granted.
Could have taken for granted
Yeah.
in we consider basics, but again, so many of our seniors within the area, 70% of our seniors within our PSA are at or below poverty.
Poverty. So right, that makes a difference.
Don't have transportation, don't
Right.
have access to Whole Foods. These are just quality of life basics that the rest of us take for granted.
Absolutely.
So we're excited. We're excited to have Senior Project Fresh. We're excited
Yes.
to have our chronic disease workshops.
Yes.
Aside from the two that I discussed today, we have a host of others. That again, if you go on the website, DetroitSeniorSolution.com,
Okay.
we can direct you to the other workshops.
Yes.
Call the agency,
Yes.
313-446-4444,
That's
1
right.
6 in the mix.
1/6 of the mix. Right.
And then we have our senior transportation program, which is exciting too, and that's door-to-door service.
Yes.
We're subcontracted through the city of Detroit to provide non-emergent medical transportation. That's everything from healthy aging classes, a trip to the pharmacy, physician's office, labs, you name it.
Great.
We have our senior transportation program for senior employment. So, there's a lot of opportunity.
It
right now.
is.
It's exciting.
And it's great. I mean, I can't thank you enough. I know that you've given everything kind of in a summation, but are there a couple parting points that you'd like to make? I mean, you told us, hey, how to get to you,
Yeah.
how to engage, this phenomenal event this Friday coming up. Remember, everyone, from 10 to 12 at the Municipal Center, Robert Blackwell Municipal Center in Highland Park,
Correct.
to complete the application, to get the free coupon booklet,
Correct.
and be able to engage in fresh foods at Whole Food markets or just farmers markets, if
Yeah,
you will.
farmers markets.
Okay, gotcha. What?
I think, again, in parting, go to the website,
Okay.
contact the agency. People are reluctant to share their vulnerabilities, right? They're reluctant to share what they need for fear that they're going to leave their home. But the longer you wait, the more risk is created. And we have so many early engagement opportunities to keep people healthy, to keep them stronger, to keep them active, to keep them engaged, and most important, to keep them at home.
That's right.
Independent.
That's important. Hello, at any age, we always talk about the importance of independence. I mean, so whatever stage of life that you're in, it's again an imperative factor to have an agency that will support you in that.
Yeah.
So I thank you. It's a
Thank
pleasure
you.
having you here today. Everyone, did you get the numbers? I will have them. I'm going to post them on my Facebook page. We never talk about my Facebook page, but you all can engage me because I recap on my Facebook page as well, and the station will have the information.
And you
So-
can like us on Facebook
and you can
as
like,
well.
that's
the
right.
Detroit Area
Engage.
Agency
Come on
Aging.
Facebook, because we're on Facebook. Our seniors are on Facebook. Don't think you're not.
Oh, they
So-
are. Indeed.
If they are. It was a pleasure. Thank you so much.
Pleasure's mine.
Everyone, thank you so much for your time. We're going to take a quick break and we'll be back.
Clear.
Well, thank